All right, what's going on, fellow humans and resellers? This is I, James. ReadOptionAgency.com, 21 years selling on eBay. They're down here now. They weren't down here in the pooling video because Jan had treats. Went upstairs to get a CD I was looking for and found. And they wanted down. So I had to use the towel to help Vern get down here. So he's down here. You just can't see him right now. All right. So, what's going on? So, yesterday, I started seeing, I don't know where I've talked about this. It was on a post, but I don't think it was a video. Probably a video. Anyway, let me refresh if you haven't heard. So, for the last year and a half, when I've been having website issues, server errors, system failures, all those pop-ups, the one thing that was always consistent was when I would go to delete 200 of my unsold listings, it would say system error. It would error out. There's something wrong. Please try again later. Then I'd have to hit delete again, or I'd have to refresh the page first. Because if you hit delete again, it still wouldn't work. You had to refresh the page, and then you could delete the rest of those 200s. So for the 5 days where I had great sales, had no errors, that was actually working properly, had no issues. Yesterday, all day, and about half the day before, that started again. And I started seeing blocks of time of no sales. 2 hours in the middle of the day, nothing coming through, no emails, no offers, no sales. So then when I go and start deleting the 200 as I'm ending and selling similar, I notice that's back. So that, to me, whatever's causing that issue is causing everything else. So whether that's a bad server, what have you, I don't know. So yesterday I did finally reach out to, I just went through eBay Business. I figured it was going to be easier for me to type it all, and then she can just copy and paste that to the IT team. I got a feeling they know what it is, especially if it's server related and all that. But figured it'd be easy just to type it all out instead of talking to somebody on the phone while they're trying to take notes. So I sent it through eBay for Business on Facebook, and they went ahead and put it in a ticket and opened it up for me. That being said, then overnight sales were pretty good. So I haven't done it today to see if that error is still happening. I guess I technically could real quick. But we got up to, we were still in the middle 700s then. So 746 was the high for yesterday. So we are at 11 a.m. now, and you know I like to be 150 to 250 by 10. We were within that range, and at 11 right now we're at 256. So 257 technically. $257. So I am right there for now. And it looks like I just got 2 offers that came through. My tummy is all jacked up. Where's that going to? I don't like it when the offers don't tell you where it's being shipped to, because that kind of determines like how much it's going to cost me to ship it to, say, Oregon as opposed to Ohio when it's like a pair of jeans, right? So since it ain't telling me, I'm going to just counter. I'm going to take it. It's like Oregon. Normally it tells you, but sometimes it doesn't. And then, no. I sent a $2 offer for hat. $3. Now $4. No. Don't play that dollar game. Just... All right. So let's see here. Listings unsold. Oh wait, maybe I shouldn't do that yet because I got a TrueGather order I need to find first, because TrueGather does not put the location. So I have to search the unsold ended items to make sure I find that. So that's in T113. Now I can try it. See, got a feeling it's not going to be working because it doesn't feel like. Even though I had great sales overnight, it still doesn't feel like it's a flowing thing. So, action, delete. Yeah, see, something went wrong. Please try again. Oh, you can't really see it, but you can see something happened. But anyway, so that's still an issue. So, all right, let's get into this. Get this stuff out of here, since I'm, of course, running way behind again today. But that's all right. First up, we've got Queen Hot Space on cassette. So for $13, headed to Doral, Florida. Doral, Florida. This looks like it's going overseas in like a crate thing or something. It's got some kind of bin number on it. And I had 3 international sales overnight. Rock Hill. Rock Hill woodworking hat sold for $8, headed to Front Royal, Virginia. So yesterday on Facebook, I had this know-it-all or my way or no way type of person come at me, and it was on my video of showing you items I'm adding to my store to get it to 80,000 items, and he was like, "You're showing a system that nobody can do." I go, "And your point is I should stop because others can't or won't do it?" "You don't see Walmart doing that. They don't double their store." And of course, I kept going. I should have just left it at that because you could tell the mentality, right? So I'm like, well, Walmart gets stuff in, gets shipments in constantly, so they have to turn over quick, you know. And I'm like, why am I trying to teach this person who clearly ain't going to listen anyway, right? I'm just wasting my time. And so I'm like, and then he came back, well, if you want to be a hoarder, be a hoarder. So I found this guy on YouTube, and I clicked on one of his videos. I'm like, oh no. So I blocked his YouTube. I'm like, he don't need to be watching my videos. And then somebody else stepped up and go, "Oh, I see you're clout chasing, trying to stir up something on somebody else's channel who's bigger than yours." And he's like, "I'm not clout chasing. I'm just telling you the way it is." Or something of that nature. And it's like, okay. I deleted it all. For some reason, Facebook wouldn't let me block him. So I was just going to block him because that's just my mentality. You know, I ain't dealing with people who aren't just open-minded and just want to be judgmental or come at you or whatever, right? So I don't have to deal with, but Facebook wouldn't let me block him. I'm like, why is it not letting me block his page? So I don't know, but I don't even remember the dude's name now. But it's just funny. National Sales Co. headed to Australia, sold for $10. And I'm sitting there thinking, well, I should go back and tell Evel Knievel not to do the things he did on his motorcycle because others can't do it. I should go back and tell the owner of Walmart not to do what he's about to do because others may not be able to do it. So he's like, ain't wasting my time. Not wasting my time. Did I just show you that? Yeah, I showed you that. Australia, $10. And then that, if you watch the other video about the person who I said is kind of turning into harassment because an item was lost, and that was on TrueGather. Everybody said I should block them or let you guys know. It wasn't on eBay, it was on TrueGather. He's still sending emails. Or she, I can't tell if it's the first name was like Edward on the payment, but then the one email was signed Jamie. So I'm not sure who it is or what it is there, but they actually threatened in the last email saying, I hope to meet you face to face one day so I can tell you what an asshole you are. I'm like, dude, a hat was lost in the mail and I refunded you, and you know, I didn't say this, but I'm just thinking, this person's got a screw loose. Who the hell does that? He's like, I contacted your post office in your podunk town, and they said that you never had it up here. I'm just like, I didn't respond. I'm just like, I actually reported him to his Hotmail, or not Hotmail, but his email service. And then I reported him to TrueGather. So some people are just not stable. I didn't pay attention again here. Reprint label. For 21 years, I've never seen nobody get that upset because an item was lost in the mail. Very odd. So that's what I had to deal with yesterday. Property of the St. Louis Cardinals. Sleeveless t-shirt sold for $7, headed to Connecticut. And I'm sure it only gets better from here on out with YouTube. And by better, I mean worse. Or bigger. Everybody's a warrior behind the computer screen. All right, we got a Nike, sold quick. This was in one of my videos. Nike Air Force hat, sold for $10, headed to Hackensack, New Jersey. I love it. We're the Dream Warriors. Ain't gonna dream no more. We're the Dream Warriors. Maybe tonight you'll be gone. Make sure none of these Cardinal people are all the same person. Let's see. No duplicates. Okay. We got another Cardinals item. Neon hat. Man, $9.50, staying in the area, headed out to Chesterfield. tummy's just talking this morning. Guess that's what I get for having Steak and Shake chili last night. I remember I was trying to remind myself to remember something while I was half asleep to talk about it in the video. Now I just remembered that I was trying to do that, but I can't remember what the topic was. Another St. Louis Cardinals item, visor, sold for $9, headed to Springfield, Illinois. Springfield, Illinois was like the first place outside of St. Louis I got recognized back when I was doing my shoe videos. All of us, this was probably 2010, 2011, somewhere in there. So my family and a friend's family, we went down to like this carnival festival thing. And there was a group of kids that recognized me from watching my shoe videos, and they wanted pictures with me and stuff. So, we're sitting there, and they're, and then taking pictures, and all these people walking by, like, who's that? It was that was like the first ever weird situation. So that's the first thing I would think of when I think of Springfield, Illinois. Next up, Nirvana Cafe CD, sold for $5, headed to Bryson City, North Carolina. Put that up there to remind me to order them, and I did order them, so they go in the trash now. Let me see if anything will jog my memory about what I was going to talk about. Facebook or something. Let's see here. I haven't really posted too much lately. I don't remember. Lake of the Isles hat with the ear flaps. Sold for $18. Some hairs there. Headed to Mason, Michigan. See, now my mind's stuck trying to think about this. I'm waiting to hit 100% feedback. I'm down to 5 negatives in the last 12 months with 6,600 positives. Because you don't have to be 100% perfect to hit that 100%. So just kind of waiting to hit that 100% mark. Can't remember the last time I was at 100%. Most of the time it's always been 99.9. And then before they started really helping sellers with feedback, it was always 99.7. So it's been 99.9 since they started helping us get rid of just crummy negative feedback. It's gonna be weird seeing 100% again. Next up, Payne Family Homes hat. Headed to Athens, Alabama. Sold for $7. Stop caring on me. We got Nurse Life t-shirt. Sold for $9. Staying in the area, headed out to St. Peter's. Drama of the American Indian cassette. Sold for $7. Headed to Brooklyn, New York. Got a lot of 30 CDs. Sold for $21.50. Headed to La Jolla, California. Medium male. Cleveland golf hat. Sold for $9.50. Headed to Bristol, Tennessee. Guess I'm not very talkative today. 6'4". just haven't found the right thing to talk about, I guess. Let me find something. Let me go to the eBay boards and see what's going on there. Maybe it'll give us a little topic to talk about. Let's see what we got going on. Ad block slows down eBay search for the desktop. New emailed review system. Item specifics relisting issue. Drop-down menus not working. Template name field not retaining text. Problems listing. The list button is not working. Can't place a bid. Looks like the buttons are, there's 3 button issues in a row there. Well, 2 technically. Place bid, but the blank gets stalled. Yeah, so looks like there might be a button issue again today. Impressions down 27%. Google not showing products. That's one of the big things that part of their search problem is working properly with Google. Ship by date is wrong. That issue's still going on. Let's see, just normal stuff. Let's see what people are talking about. Ripped off by another buyer. Scammers. Restricted delivery to restrict delivery to high crime fraud areas. Our account was just suspended because we will not deliver to certain areas we specified in the description. Weird. Fake or genuine auction. Auction versus buy it now. Which is better? There's a question I kind of get. That's what I should be looking at is my YouTube comments. But like I stopped doing auctions because there was right before the whole fall of 2021 updates, I would do some auctions and I was doing auctions on lots and I was bringing in good money doing that. And then when that fall update, that next month, I would be doing the exact same thing I did the prior month, and I was getting no bids on any of them. So I just threw my hands up and said, I'm done with auctions. There's no point in it. What I was doing the month before was working, and I'm doing the same thing now after all these updates, and I'm literally getting not even one bid or even a looker on a page on an auction. So I totally walked away from auctions. Haven't looked back since. So. Ladybug's hat sold for $9.50. Headed to Juliet, Georgia. So yeah, that was a totally weird thing to be selling hundreds of dollars of merchandise with lots to the next month, literally not even getting lookers on those auction pages. So when it was still like a box lot of 30 hats or whatever. It was all the same style lots. So I do not touch auctions. And my guess is it was part of all that, the problems that like I've been having for the last year and a half and a lot of you guys have been having. So It's probably not much better today than it was then. So Troy Sylvan CD sold for $333, headed to St. Paul, Minnesota. Let me look at some questions on my videos. Sometimes you have to vent. Your frustration is understandable. eBay needs to do better. Ain't that correct? Yesterday was the first day in 2023 I did not have a sale. Quick question not related to this video. I bought about 15 PS2 games in online estate sale. Turns out all need resurfacing or dumped, and that make more just selling the empty cases as they are in excellent condition. What is your advice? Well, let me grab these boxes and I'll tell you my advice. All right. A, what are the value of the CD or games? B, do you have a place in your area that resurface CDs? You can probably look online or find like a vintage stock. They do it for like $3 a disc. So if it's like a high dollar game, you could do that. Then there's, you can sell them as need to be resurfaced CDs, because somebody who does have a resurfacer may buy them. So there's that option. Harley Davidson, just blank T, sold for $950, headed to Laredo, Texas. So various different, if they're not worth anything, they're all low dollar discs, I would just put them in a lot. Say these may need to be resurfaced before they will play. And price them at what you think is right, depending on what they're going for, not resurfaced, or, in good condition. And that might be just like $1 per game type of thing. But if you have a lot of 15, put them up for like $19.99 with best offer. But if they're worth money, and there's even places you can mail them to that will resurface them and mail them back. But then that depends on the value of the game, so if it's worth it or not. Vintage Murray State shirt, headed to Australia. So far, $16. But if you have someplace local that will do them, sometimes you could go to like comic shops, because sometimes they deal with DVDs and stuff, and they'll have a resurfacing thing too. Like it's like a comic shop or a music store. Check around in your area. $16, Murray State. No sales, no sales. Yesterday was my best selling day in a long time. No sales yet today. That was yesterday. And Vern comments. Leaving planet Earth, Colorado trucker hat, sold for $9.50, headed to Denver, Colorado. I need to start getting through these things a little quicker. Becca Smith CD, sold for $12.50, headed to Dalton, Georgia. I need to get to the post office here soon. Let's see. Right, everything that needs to be shipped is shipped. So let's go through here and just pound out some of these easy ones. We got anemia. I bought this. I got like hundreds of these when I bought out the borders that closed years ago. So for $5, headed to North Plainfield, New Jersey. Fill up my boxes, my totes until they're full, and we'll go. Brownsville and Rio Grande Railroad, sold for $9.50, headed to Framingham, Massachusetts. Turn these boxes over. Just something little like this makes your process quicker. Like I like having my boxes face up so I can see the bottom of the box, because if it's not, then I turn it over and I spend like a second figuring it out. When I know exactly what's going to be at the bottom, it's a quick process of taping up the box. Just little quick things like that will make doing things quicker for you, more streamlined. All right. Celtic Dance CD, sold for $9, headed to Franklinton, Pennsylvania. As far as like showing you guys what others can't do, I think can't's the wrong word. People can do it if they're in the right position to do it, and they do it better than I did it. So kind of like me showing you how I do things should do nothing for you but help make your way of doing things better by picking and choosing pieces here and there. So I think other people just don't see that. They just see the whole thing as a whole and go, nobody can do that. You shouldn't show it. There's been a couple people. One YouTuber, and then, well, this guy was a YouTuber also, but not as big as the other one, who just act like I push my way and my way only, which is weird. And it's not about the whole picture. It's about taking bits and pieces to make your situation better. I think those people fail to realize that it's not just their way, but they try to put that on me, like I'm projecting that as just my way, because that's their mentality and their way of thinking. When in reality, it's about picking, and I think I've always pushed that, pick and choose what works for you. So, got the Garden of the Gods Fox hat, silver $9.50, headed to Richmond Hill, Georgia. Plus, me personally, I love seeing the way other people do things. Because, and that is the basis of why, is because I might be able to pull something out of there that I can use for myself. Because I'm always trying to think of like a little piece that I didn't even think of, or I didn't know existed, or whatever the case may be, right? Kind of like, and everybody knows about him now, but 15 years ago, I didn't know what a thermal printer was. And when I figured that out, it was like an epiphany. Like, what? Really? A thermal printer? No buying printer ink? What? Are you serious? So I'm looking for that next little thing that's like, what? Everybody should always be watching out for that next little thing that makes you go, wow, that just changed everything for the way I do things. All right, we got a Professional Bull Riders Wranglers t-shirt, sold for $8. Headed to Bozeman, Montana. We got a Monarchs Kansas City vintage t-shirt. I must have hit that double time, yep. Sold for $10, headed to Vulcan, Michigan. All right, we'll do this and one more hat, and we'll be filled, and then I'll show you what else sold. Got a Kango Newsboy hat. Sold for $6, headed to Puerto Rico. Yeah, put this box. Sales have kind of vanished, though, this morning. Got another offer on a Cardinals hat. Accept. So Missouri National Guard hat just put up yesterday, sold for $8.25. And if you're new to my videos, that does not include the shipping I charge. We got this fedora hat sold for $9.50. Another Cardinals hat that sold for $9.50. Space Invaders game sold for $10. Two Skinny J's, promo cassette $8. And $3 for a 98 degrees single. So we're only at 271 right now. So it's kind of slowed down. But yesterday I did sell 61 items, so that was up. Today we're up to 17 items. The eBay outage reporter is still flying high, like there's problems. User reports indicate possible problems at eBay. I'm so grateful to be back online. I guess they were offline 5 hours ago. Subs, menus, glitches, sluggish. Search results are all messed up. Yeah, we all know that one. Search swimsuits and you get car parts and random junk from China. We all know that's a big issue. And then that person who's always on the message boards responding to people, he does it on here also. I just searched swimsuits and got 3.2 million results on swimwear category. I did not see any car parts. That's great for you. Exactly. That's what that person doesn't realize, and I think a lot of people don't realize. It's not everybody who's having these same effects. For those 5 days, everything worked perfect for me. There was plenty of you guys that still had the same issues. And that's what these people don't realize. That's why I believe it's an individual server by server basis that's going on. Especially after seeing that they are doing that 3-year server change out process. So it seems to me eBay is playing games and giving I know the word, but for some reason I'm brain farting. Special treatments to special sellers. Okay. I hate days when I just can't grab that word. I hate that. Like it'll be a word I've used a few times in my life, and I know it, and for some reason I can't read it, and it's just not clicking. Something in there is like preferred treatment. The elongated version of the word preferred treatment to special sellers. You know what I'm trying to say. I hate when I do that. It makes me feel stupid and dumb because my brain just won't click right. Preferred to you. Never mind. I gotta walk away. And then when it clicks, you'll hear me scream it out. Like, how many times have I done that on a video? I hate that. But anyway, that's enough for me. You're just a Missouri hillbilly. That's why you can't speak words that are over 3 syllables. So yesterday we had 5 internationals. So I got to print that out, and then those 4 overnight. I guess it looks like now. So 2 I did, and 2 was waiting. Skin fall. All right. And that is it, I do believe. So I thought that might get his attention, but I'm gonna have to get him up the stairs first. Kids ready? There he is. Mr. Bird, hop along. Whoops, you all right? You went a little sideways there. All right. Thanks everybody for watching, and we will see you all in the next video.